how to flip your money mindset when it comes to sales in your business. So as always, I'm Rebecca Lockwood, your neuro-linguistic programming trainer, hypnosis trainer and breakthrough coach trainer. And I'm going to be diving into how to flip your money mindset when it comes to sales in your coaching business. So this is something that is mentioned quite a lot when it comes to coaching and sales in coaching and making money. And there's a lot of talk around feeling uncomfortable around making money, around selling, and around money blocks. So I'm going to be talking through some kind of things to consider and reflect upon when it comes to money mindset, when it comes to making money in your business, in your coaching business specifically. So a lot of coaches tend to be light workers, energy workers, healers, and therapists or coaches. And whether you kind of resonate with these terms or not, a lot of people do. So light workers, healers, coaches, energy workers, therapists, any of these kinds of terms. When it comes to these things and stepping into being of service, right, of service to the universe, really, a lot of people can feel really uncomfortable around selling their services and around money, and there can be these limiting beliefs that come up or uncomfortable things that come up around money and around making money and selling and all these sorts of things. So there's this kind of notion that I hear a lot, and you may be experiencing this or you may not, where a lot of people say, well, I really want to make a difference in the world. I really want to make a difference in the world, and I really want to help as many people as possible. And they believe that they do this by either offering their services for free or offering them for a ridiculously low price. And I'm going to say it is a ridiculously low price because I believe that that is the case. Now, the reason why I believe that is because when you are working in these areas, so whether you're a light worker, an energy worker, a healer, a coach, a therapist, when you are working in these areas, if you are not getting paid well and you are not getting paid and you are not able to look after yourself and your family and anybody else that you want to look after, then you cannot do the work you are put here to do because you're not able to look after yourself properly to be able to do it, right? So I need to call this out, and I want to give you some things that are going to help you to think about in terms of flipping that money mindset on its head and kind of thinking about actually what really is going on here. Because you need to look after yourself first, because when you look after yourself first and you support yourself and your family, right, your close family, then you can also go on to support the community or any further support that you want to do as well. Okay, so the first thing that we need to think about is thinking about how many people you can help when you make more money, right? Now, if you are making more money in your business, then you can also help more people, right? So it doesn't actually make sense to have this kind of notion of, thank you. It doesn't actually help to have this notion of, well, if I want to help more people, then I have to do it for free or for very little. This doesn't really work, because if you are offering your services for free or you are helping people for a little amount of money, then either one, if you are working with people for free and you're giving away your time for free, you only have so much time. So you're going to get to a point where you're kind of burning yourself out, you're still not making enough money, you're still not able to support yourself, and you're still not able to support your family. And the second thing that we need to remember with this is, if you are not making enough money, then you also cannot donate to charitable causes. You can't fill anybody else's cup unless yours is full too. Okay, so if you are not supporting yourself and filling up your own cup, you have nothing to share with others because you don't have any of your own, right? So the second thing that we need to think about is thinking about your family's quality of life, okay? So when it comes to looking after your family and supporting your family, you cannot support your family properly if you are not making enough money, right? So if you're not making enough money of your own, then how are you going to support your family and those closest to you if you're not making money yourself, right? So it doesn't really make any sense. The next thing, right, and this is an actionable thing that you can do, because if you're thinking, well, I really want to help all these people, but I know that they can't afford to pay the prices that I need to charge in order to work with people one-to-one, this is something that will really help. And I talk about this in my training, Start Your Coaching Business. We've got one tomorrow and we've got one on Friday. So it's about having the right product suite. And what I mean by this is if you have the right product suite, you'll be able to support the people that you want to support without charging a little amount of money and still make the money that you want to make and need to make in order to support yourself in your life and your business and support your family. And you can then support the wider community, and you can also donate to charitable causes if you want to. So what I mean when I say have the right product suite is you could have one-to-one coaching, which is the most expensive thing that you offer. So you're trading time for money when you work with people one-to-one. So that'll be the most expensive thing that you offer. Underneath that, you could then have group coaching programs, which means that it's a lower price point per person that joins. However, you can work with more people at one time and you will get paid either more than what you would one-to-one because you're working with more people, or the same amount of money. Underneath that, you then may have a membership site offering. And I'm not saying that you need to have all of these things, but this is just something to think about if you're thinking, well, I really want to help these people, but I know that they can't afford to pay these prices. So a membership offering may be something that's priced anything between £20 a month to £200 a month. So it supports a lot more people, but you also have a lot more people paying you at once. So you're not spending any more time doing that, but you are still supporting the people and they're paying a lower amount. Then you may also do, for example, I'm doing this live weekly session. So I'm live on Facebook at the same time as on Instagram, and I'm delivering this content for free. So there's no charge for this content, you're joining it for free. And what this enables me to do is still to support people who may not be in the right place to pay for it, but also it may not be the natural next step for them to pay for something anyway. And so you can also do that as well. Things like marketing, educational marketing content that's still going to support people within your community. So have the right product suite. This really helps because it enables you to have different levels of pricing so you can support different people at different stages of where they are. The next thing that I want you to think about is, and this is something that I did, because I was like, well, I really want to help these people, but I know that I need to make this amount of money and they can't necessarily pay for it, or they're not necessarily going to pay for it. So I did this by putting together my workshop because I knew that I really wanted to help local young entrepreneurs within the community, but I knew that they wouldn't be on my radar anyway, and also they wouldn't be able to pay for my workshop. So I knew that I wanted to work with people, young entrepreneurs in the local community, and I also knew that I wanted to work with people at school, students at school, in high school, because that was a situation in my life which was very tricky for me. I found very challenging, and so I felt called to do that. But again, I knew that I needed to make enough money to support myself and my family, and I was very early on in my business. So what you could do is you could put together a workshop and then contact your local community, local school, or any local community groups that may be running things like this, like workshops or organisations that do this kind of thing. And you can put yourself forward to them and they will pay you. So in my case, the local council paid me and the local schools paid me. And then they put their students and the young entrepreneurs in the local community onto the workshops for free. So you'll still get paid for the time that you're spending doing it, and you'll still be able to work with the people that you want to work with. So another thing that we need to think about when we're speaking to potential clients about working with us is making sure that when you're having conversations with potential clients, you're focusing on them and the results that they want from working with you rather than focusing on yourself. Because think about it, if you're shining, this is supposed to be a light by the way, if you're shining the light on yourself and you're focusing on yourself, you're going to be thinking all about yourself. Me. What results can I get? How can I help this person? However, if you turn that around and focus the shining light onto your potential client, you're going to be really focusing on the need that they have. So for example, if your potential client is suffering with anxiety and overwhelm, you're going to be talking through how they're currently experiencing that, and then you'll understand how you can help them and how your coaching will support them and the outcome and results that they will get. So instead of focusing on yourself, you're going to be focusing on the client to ensure, one, that there's a need, right? Because if there is no need, then you shouldn't be selling anything anyway. If you ever feel uncomfortable or icky selling, it's because there is no need and you're still attempting to sell and you're not understanding if there's a need or not. Now, when you are speaking with potential clients, you need to identify if there is a need. And when you're focusing on your clients and you're shining the light onto your potential clients, you'll be understanding what is the need. If there is no need, you will not continue to sell. And if there is a need, you'll be focusing and shining the light on the customer to understand the outcome and results that they need from your sessions. And that will help you to really kind of talk through that and the outcomes and the life-changing results that your client's going to get. The last thing that I want you to think about is to consider donating to causes when you've grown your business enough to be able to support you. So when you are making enough money in your business, when you first, tended to your own needs, your family, and you're in a position where you are then you've got everything you need and you are happy, your kids have got clothes that they fit them, you've got, shoes without holes in them, all these things, when you are fully supported to yourself and your family, then consider donating to causes that you are passionate about. Now, the first thing I want you to think about is a lot of big industry names talk about donating between 10 and 20% straight away. And I don't agree with this. And the reason why I don't agree with this is because you need to first ensure that you and your family's needs are being met. And then when you've done that, then I would suggest looking at donating to causes that you are passionate about. So for example, would we donate to young females who need coaching? We donate to charities that support young females to get mentors, because that's something that's close to my heart and something that I want to support with. You cannot do that if you are not making enough money in your business, right? You cannot do that. The more money you make in your business, the more you can support and donate to these causes, which means that you will have a bigger impact. So as I said at the beginning, a lot of light workers and coaches and healers say things like, well, I really want to help more people, and so they think that by doing that they need to charge less or charge nothing or charge little. Now remember that if you are making more money in your business, you can donate more money to causes that help these things. Yeah. Okay, so they were the kind of steps that I wanted to share with you today in terms of how to flip your money mindset in your coaching business. So within our Neuro-Linguistic Programming and Breakthrough Coaching course, I teach you a lot more in-depth content around this, and also how to eliminate limiting beliefs at the root cause. And I teach you how to do this in our full Neuro-Linguistic Programming and Breakthrough Coaching course. There are some epic bonuses available on that at the moment, which you can find if you're on Instagram. It's in the link in my bio, and if you're on Facebook, it's on the link in the description. We also have the Start Your Coaching Business free training running tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. We've had some amazing feedback from it from the ladies who joined last week. We've got another session tomorrow and then another one on Friday, so you can find the link to sign up to that. Again, if you're on Instagram, it's in the link in my bio. And if you're on Facebook, it's on the link in the description. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, pop me a message. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch up with you all soon.